Hello, and welcome back to the Pet Business Wellbeing Podcast with me, Nathan Dunleavy. This is a podcast where we talk about the realities of running a pet business, the highs, the challenges, and most importantly, how to look after your well-being whilst you do it. Because running a business should support your life, not consume it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm so excited to bring you another episode today. We have the amazing Jo Sellers joining me as my guest speaker. Hi, Jo. How are you doing?
Hi. Oh, I'm doing good, thank you. And yourself?
Very well, thank you. All good. I'm so pleased to have you on. So, Jo, for those that may not know you yet, please could you tell us a little bit about you and what you do?
I run Pippin Pets Dog Training, and I'm based in Surrey. I used to do lots of classes. I loved adolescent dogs as well, one-to-ones, but my life changed a bit, and I just do separation anxiety now. So it's all online. I have clients all over, including international. So yes, that's my main focus, but I'm also an author.
I absolutely love that. And that's how we met on the Julie Naismith Essay Pro course. I'm so pleased that you're now solely focusing on that and you're helping doggies and their guardians all over the world. But yes, you are a published author, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So you've got a new book called One Paw at a Time. So, Jo, before we dive into the book itself, I'd love to start with the story behind it. Could you tell us a little bit about Reba, your dog, the freak accident that changed everything, and what made you decide to share your journey through writing One Paw at a Time, please?
I will do. If I get a little bit emotional, is because I still go through the trauma with it, but it's an important story to share.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't worry about that. I probably will as well. So, yeah, we will just,
Going together.
yeah, I am a crier. So whatever you're happy with, if we need to pause, we will do. But
I'm quite ready.
oh gosh, because you'll start me off. No, I appreciate you coming on and talking about it. But yeah, when you're ready, let's have a chat about it.
Yeah. So Reba, she is a crossbreed. She's a Cocker Spaniel Bichon Frise. So quite an unusual mix. And
Yeah.
I'd like to say this, I said there's no poo in her. Because she's a weird looking cockapoo.
Right.
So she's black and white. She's got the spaniel markings. She's got the spaniel brain, but she's got the fluff with the short legs and the little black nose of her dad. She's a lovely character, but she does have traits of the Bichon as well. And they're bred as companion dogs, which is what led me to become a separation anxiety specialist, was
Right.
her extreme phobia of being alone. That's
Okay.
how I got into it. I've never even heard of all this when I got her.
That's really interesting because I've got an SA dog as well. It's the one that sat on my lap that made an appearance earlier, and that's why I got into the SA work to help others. So I didn't realize that your story was similar. So that's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah. So she's completely transformed my business. So I started off, as most people do, with dog walking so I could learn about dogs while I was training to be a trainer.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to make sure that I was fully versed in training before I started on the public. So did it what I felt ethically right. So that's very important to me. It was my ABTC accreditation. And yeah, that's how I became a trainer. But I just realized when I was working with dogs that, first of all, like for adolescent dogs, things like that, I struggled with the Reba, certainly with the separation anxiety and everything. And so basically all the struggles I've gone through have basically shaped my career. And so helped Reba overcome some. I was running my classes, I was having a great time, I was doing some safari, then I began separation work. So I had the whole mix of it, and I was absolutely loving life. Reba, she's like certainly got spinal traits, a little sassy, led with her nose.
Oh,
She's a more of a tomboy than her boyfriend. She'll go into the mud, whereas they all walk around a puddle. She's straight in there.
I
She's
love that.
definitely spaniel, but after about 5 minutes, she's now exhausted. I just want to be with you now, Mum. So she trots with me.
Lovely.
So she's literally she is the best thing in my life. My heart dog. She's shaped my life. And yeah, so we have a lovely little life together.
Yeah. I love that.
All's
Because
going well.
yeah, I started off dog walking because it gives you such a strong, solid foundation. It's often referred to, I've heard it recently being referred to as a gateway career into the dog industry. It gives you so much hands on experience with dogs. I started off as a solo dog walker, so you had all the spicy dogs in inverted commas and all the dogs that no other dog walkers would wanted to walk because they couldn't go out on group walks. So bless them, they had their issues, whether they were nervous or sensitive or reactive, which is the word that the most of the public know. But yeah, then got into dog training during lockdown, then specialized in separation anxiety and did a lot of work with that. But then I went back to dog walking. And yeah, and now I'm doing some mentoring and helping other dog walkers and pet professionals. And yeah, I'm actually wanting to explore the essay work again a little bit as I try and build this more of a online ecosystem of a business. So I'm hoping to explore that a little bit because I haven't done any essay work for about 18 months, but I do really enjoy it. And some people just shy away from it because it's really involved and you're really supporting the guardian. No, I love that you started off as a dog walker as well. That's brilliant. Okay, so are you able to just, if you're happy to, tell us about obviously the accident that happened and when that happened?
Yeah, so it happened October 24th, so Halloween time.
Wow, God, that's gone so fast. I remember when it happened.
Yeah. I know time has flown, but it's
Yeah.
rapidly flown. And of course, it was a Sunday night, rainy, dark, as these things always happen at the most inconvenient times when vets are not open.
Y-
And I just let her out into my garden for a wee. At this point, she was 9. We have moved. This little cherry tree has been in my garden forever,
Right.
since before we moved in. So it's not like it was a new thing. And I just let her out to the garden. And I haven't got a huge garden at all. So we're not talking acres. And I just heard a little squeal and then silence.
Right.
I thought, oh, maybe there was like a squirrel or something on a fence and there's something just, jumped off the fence.
Mm.
And I thought, oh, maybe she's got hold of something because it was all very quiet. And quite often, the only time she's quiet is if she's eating something she shouldn't.
Yeah.
Cold, cheeky dog. And so I was like, okay. And then I just like, hang on, something doesn't feel right. It's too quiet. And I had my mobile phone with me and I was trying to shine the torch bit, trying to see if I can get some reflection in the eyes. And I couldn't find anything. I just thought, no, this isn't right. So I had to run in, grab some shoes, grabbed a bit better torch, started walking down the garden. I just saw her lying at the base of this tree.
Really?
I mean, it's about the yards from the house. It's not far.
Right.
And she was just lying there. Literally, I thought she was dead, but then she was gasping for breath. And her face was purple. She was just emotionless.
Oh, God.
Raised, her eyes just like panic. And I honestly this is her last breath. And so I thought, oh, she's choking. So I was about, having done dog first aid, which may or may not have been helpful. I was about to do the Heimlich maneuver. So okay, pick her up by the back legs and start shaking her.
Right.
And I realised, no, I think she's broken her back, broken her neck. And so I scooped her up, ran her into the kitchen because by this point I was screaming for my neighbours. My immediate neighbours were away. The other side were new neighbours with all windows shut because being on a Sunday night in winter, nobody could hear. So I started screaming. Nobody came to my help, and I thought, oh, God, I've got into myself. Vacuum floor. And obviously my vets have their own emergency service, but it's a different phone number. So I had to replay the voicemail like 4 times to be able to get the phone number.
Oh, really?
I was so stressed.
not
By this point, he was just lying on my kitchen floor. I was like, oh, who coming out of her? And oh, God.
Really?
It was really traumatic. So I phoned them and they
surprised.
said, get down here. I can't take her in the car myself. I thought, I don't want to not be next to her in the car.
Yeah,
I
sure.
thought, it's 2 villages away.
Okay.
It's scary. So I put her into the car because it was flatter.
Yeah.
Jumped in the front bed.
Not surprised.
I was talking to her the whole time. Hang on, we're not far. Come on, hang on. Because I just thought, if anything happens, I want her to hear my voice.
Yeah.
I arrived at the vets, pulled in. They were expecting me. I was open the door going, I can't pick her up. So they came and picked her up. She was alive and she was I think she'd obviously had a seizure, but she was out of that seizure at the point, and she was a bit more normal colour in her face and her
Mm.
gums, and her breathing was a little bit better, but obviously still panting. So they rushed her in, and obviously the vet was on call. He actually lived just down the road from me. He could have driven me, but he didn't know.
No.
And so they were instantly there, did an X-ray, and yeah, when she needs a referral, she needs more help.
Yeah, they couldn't provide it at the out of hours, right?
No, on the X-ray, they just saw that the spinal cord was damaged, the vertebrae in
Okay.
this part of her neck, so the C3.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they could see that instead of the spine being in line, it had gone stepped. And obviously there was part of the process, the bony bits that stick out each side of your vertebra, one of them had completely come off.
Oh my
So it
goodness.
was a pretty major accident. So they instantly were doing the referrals. We're lucky where we are. There are 3 amazing referral centres
Are they?
around me. So the first one, a little bit further away, but close to where my mum lives. So I was like, I know the place. But they didn't have a neurologist there till the Tuesday. Bear in mind, this was a Sunday. However, the second one is literally about 5-6 miles away from me. The day to see her first thing the next morning.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
had to leave my girl at the vet's
Oh, did you? Okay.
overnight and then come
Yeah.
back in the morning. So I left about 11 at night.
Yeah.
That's all I could do. They just literally pumped her full of meds. They just try and keep her very still.
Keep her
And the vet
comfortable.
nurse, bless her, once the vet had gone home, they obviously got her comfortable and secure. The vet nurse lay on the floor with her all night because she was so distressed. And obviously being away from me, the separation kicked in.
Yes.
That just added an extra layer of anxiety for her, as well as obviously
Oh.
the trauma she was going through. So yeah, I heard that the vet nurse lay on the floor with her all night, and then they were ready for me to pick her up in the morning. They carefully packaged her into my car, referral centre, and they were there, put her onto a board, took her in.
Yeah.
It's a place where there's people in the waiting room, but your dog gets structured in. It's like, it's not really the best.
No, I bet. I guess it's a bit like when you're in an A&E waiting room as a human, and then all of a sudden you see the ambulance come in. But obviously for our animals, there isn't really an ambulance service. So
Yeah, no, it was me and the nurses.
yeah. Oh my goodness, God. It's just, yeah, horrific.
We
And
just think that she didn't want dead straight into the tree.
yeah,
Because
that's what I was going to
after
say.
it was just above her left ear, because it was the left side that was pretty damaged. There was like a little scab. There was no bleeding that night because they could not see any cuts on her, but it
Mm,
felt like a little scab
mm.
just above her left ear. So I think there was the tree and she just clipped it. As she turned, she just clipped it
Is that what she did? Because
right her neck as opposed to smashing her face.
yeah, because that's what I was wondering. So obviously, being the time of year, it was obviously dark. So it wasn't as if she went running full power out and hit the tree head on. She's just skid
Just
past
missed.
it. And really, God, gosh, I was wondering.
So we're probably talking about a centimetre or 2.
Yeah,
He just misjudged it by a really small amount.
yeah.
Most dogs that run into a tree don't survive. So
And yeah, I have heard of that as well.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's what you just literally call a freak accident, isn't it? It's just, it's insane. So tell us if it's okay. So you're now at the referral centre, Joe, and then what happens if that's okay?
Yes, so the head neurologist was on standby to see us. So I had top team. No.
Amazing.
So they were chatting and they said there is a chance, there's risks. And then they also said, but we can't do a full MRI yet because as soon as we sedate her, it'll relax the muscles and it could move the spinal cord, which could kill her. So they wanted the surgeon on standby, ready to operate, because if it moved the neck at all, they would have had to get her out of the MRI and straight into the operating theatre. So they got the surgeon out of bed.
Really?
The surgeon is renowned for doing the consults mid-morning, but starts operations in the afternoon and goes into the night. So he doesn't early mornings, not in surgeries, but
Yeah.
they actually got him out of bed.
They obviously knew that they needed to. Yeah.
So I had the head surgeon literally get up and on standby. So yeah, never team, and I had to go. And they said, well, I'll keep you posted. And as for the previous night, we'll phone you if we need you. And then they
Right.
said,
Okay.
"Ring us in for an update, but if anything happens before you," so literally that phone, it's ringing, you're checking it every 30 seconds, thinking it's 10 minutes, and it's like, oh no, because you just don't, you want an update, but you don't want that call. And it was so difficult for me. But yeah, so they went in, they operated on her, and the operation was successful to begin with. But obviously, there's always a risk of infection, and obviously being on the spine. But they pinned it, they realigned it, they pinned it, and medical cement to hold the pins in place. It's got like an Adam's apple now.
That's all right in the grand scheme of things.
So yeah, they pinned it, but she was completely paralyzed.
Oh,
So
gosh.
they just had to keep her comfy. So the first sort of day, they were just trying to move her on to different sides so she didn't get bed sores. And then obviously day 2, she was in there for 10 days. They had the physio team come down, and they're doing physio 3 times a day. And that was literally just trying to pinch her paws, try and get some nerve sensations. Obviously, standing upright, holding her in an upright position, couldn't take any weights at all. And after about 3 days, 3 days, she wagged her tail a little bit, apparently.
Oh,
So that for me was, oh my
I
God,
mean,
there's messages getting through. She had
yeah,
a huge bruise on the spinal cord, but there was a message getting through to wag the tail. So from that, I thought, there's a chance.
definitely.
But we're in long road to recovery, because do you know what? The surgeons stabilize the dogs, but the healing they don't do the healing. All the work afterwards from the dog's own biology, but also the input from the human.
Mm,
It was a huge risk, because they gave me the estimate cost, and they said, if we go ahead, but there's not successful, you still got to pay it. There's no
yeah,
guarantees. And obviously, there's no guarantee how much she will heal for quality of life. So although
okay,
she's showing signs of improvement, if she didn't have a quality of life, euthanasia was not off the table.
okay.
Because
That's,
how can you just have a dog that can only blink and wag its tail at you? It's not a life.
no, that's tough. Yeah, blimey.
Big risk.
Yeah, but obviously they did the surgery, but then like you said, there was the recovery and rehabilitation. So what did that then look like, Joe, after the surgery? It all went well, which we're pleased to report.
Yep, no infection. So that was brilliant. Yeah, so she was in there for 10 days, and they were giving me updates. Oh, it's making progress, she's getting some feeling in one of her legs and that. And when I went in to collect her, I saw somebody walk out with their dog, and although it's in a sling holding up the back end, it was walking. And then I suddenly realised, it's not going to be walking out of here. She was still very much, all she could do was lie on the side. She was doubly incontinent. He was showing me the physio and who got down here.
Oh, wow. It's just what comes with the job, I'm afraid.
He really liked to grind socials about it, but yeah, I had such gratitude. He ended up with literally all down him.
Yeah,
It's going to be my life.
yeah.
So yeah, just got her home, and I just had a set of exercises to do. They say 3 times a day, but it's literally like whenever you're with her. And it was just really scary, because she was still traumatized. I
Mm,
was traumatized. And this dog she couldn't even adjust her position. She was just lying on her side. And for the first day, she was just literally motionless. She was cold. I was wrapping her up in towels. So my neighbours gifted me this lovely blanket,
mm,
wrapped up in a blanket, things like that. But it's just because she couldn't move, the circulation was low.
mm.
And it was just horrible. She just couldn't move.
Yeah,
And I was then having to hold her. I was trying to hold her above the grass. And I had a really chronic bad back at the time. I was waiting for some epidurals.
I remember this, yeah.
And so I had a chronic backache. I was having the garden chair, which in the winter it was freezing cold.
Yeah.
Trying to hold her up with the harness and the sling. Then trying to we're trying to correct her paws at the same time. So I was told there, her legs would just be floppy like this. And I had to try and at least keep putting her paws into the right position to try and stimulate her to
Mm.
try to hold her and do this, and then run a bottle when she's toileting. I thought, oh.
Gosh, full on.
And most of the time she just peed and pooed all over herself. So I was just cleaning her out, loads of pee pads, washable, disposable,
She couldn't
dry
help it.
cleaning, the whole lot, literally all through the night, a couple of times in the night. And also during the night she was petrified. And I didn't realise it. I quickly realised at the time she was petrified of the dark. So I had to buy night lights, which is a dimmable one, set it up bright. And then over the week, slowly reduced it down. It's still on very low at the moment.
Oh, bless
Still
her.
not have pitch black. So that's another trauma.
I was going to say, it's another trauma.
Who knew the dog can become scared of the dark like that?
I didn't know that. But it's because she now associates the dark with what happened, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
Yes,
Oh, my goodness.
I had loads of pee pads, 3 layers on my bed. So she was sleeping on my bed for a while so I could have my arm over her because I was worried about her moving. Certainly when after about a week or two, she'll start, I can fling my body around a little bit just to try and move and reposition herself. Because she didn't like lying on her weaker side. She liked her stronger side on the top, actually, so that she could lift herself up or attempt to. If she had, the left side was much weaker, much slower to come back neurological wise. So she didn't like lying on that side because she couldn't push up or anything. So she learned that every time she would really fight me if I tried to turn her to lie on the other side, which I was told to do. And she managed to start flinging her body around to switch over. So she point blank refused to follow the physio. There's a spaniel in her.
Oh, God.
Her determination, she's got the personality that you can touch her, you can play around with her feet. She's not aversive to any touch. She doesn't like her nails being clipped anymore, but I just think the sensation is different now to her paws. But she's the sort of dog that I could do all the physio on her and she wouldn't bat an eyelid. But she just had that temperament. But she's also quite a determined little one, little sass pants. So if she wants to go somewhere, like jumping that puddle, she will, or go to that picnic, she will go. Recall fail every time on those.
Yeah.
Because just got that mentality. But again, that was actually an advantage because it made, I want to get up. I need to go over. I need to do this. Because I bring bowls of water to her. And do you know what? We know when we feed our dogs. We know when they toilet or how often they need to toilet. Do you know how often they need to drink?
No. And you don't always know when they go for a drink, do you?
No. I had that the scariest bit of, I don't know if she's thirsty.
Oh, okay.
Like, all those observations you never make.
No.
Because the water's just always there. It should always just be there.
Yeah.
You don't regulate the water. You don't just when the bowl's empty.
Yeah.
When you need to wash the bowl and refill it. But you don't. Yeah. Weird things like that. I was just like, wow, this is just like blowing my brain.
Yeah, I bet. How is she doing now, Joe?
She's doing really well. My friends calls her a 3-legged table. I said she's got 3.5 legs. So her right side came back quite quickly. So when she first started moving, she go in circles. Her left side has taken longer. And the front 4 from the carpus, the wrist down, she just have no control. There is some sensation there, but she has no control of that. And we just don't know if that's ever going to come back. So if she stops to sniff, she goes over on it.
Okay.
And when she's walking, she drags it a bit before she lifts it up. So she has to have a boot on to protect the nails because they were getting quite dangerously short. She has a little bootie on that foot. I used to have one on the hind left, but that's not needed anymore. So so she can't trot. So she lollops. So she uses the whole body and tail to do a lolloping motion. So she can probably manage about half an hour and then she's just too exhausted. So our walks have shrunk considerably, but she's off lead, she's motoring around, her toileting has come back, her wee is 100% under control, her her poos are probably 95%. We sometimes have their little excited nugget flying out, or they start flying out before she's got to the toilet spot. And when she finally goes to squat, there's nothing there because they're all like out the floor.
Oh, bless her.
There's a lot of poo talk in my book about flying nuggets.
I love. As dog professionals, we do talk about poop a lot.
It dictates the health of your dog. If you don't know about their poos, then I'm sorry. You need to learn.
You do. In those 10 days, were you allowed to go and see her or not?
No.
Oh, God,
They,
that must have been awful because of.
it was made a decision because of her separation issues that if I went to see her and walked away, she would get really distressed. And the
Of
one thing they did
course.
her to was to increase her anxiety. So they said she needs to bond with the staff.
Yeah.
They have to build that bond. And if I keep coming and going, she's not going to bond with them. And equally, she's just going to get too anxious. It's not going to be a great recovery.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no, my friends, oh, we can go. And I'm like, that's the offer. I don't want you to go because if anyone goes, I want to.
Yeah.
Equally, she knows you. She'll be just as distressed.
She'll get excited and she can't do sudden movements or whatever, really.
Yeah. So I couldn't go and see her. They were really good. I had literally 1 to 2 calls a day.
That must have been tough though, not seeing her for 10 days. Yeah.
Yeah. The house felt empty because I was still going through the trauma. I was obviously very tearful.
Yeah.
Oh, and people sort of well wishes, but that would set you off. And then it was like, oh, everything just sets you off, and you just try and it was a blur. I just couldn't do anything. I did have some separation work to do, but I did explain to them, and how I managed it, I don't know. I think I look back on the Zooms, I think I'm a zombie. I'm just completely out of it.
I'd love to talk about you a little bit now because this podcast is all about the person behind the business. So obviously Reba's gone through a really traumatic event, but so have you. So you touched on a few points then, but like you're amazing. You're still standing and you're smiling. It must have been so horrific for you to go through that trauma. You've got PTSD from it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's me and Reba living together. We are a unit. So not only me personally finding her, but still, I try and not think about it, but it still sometimes comes back to me. It's still hard because it's a loved one and see them in that state of not knowing if they're going to be alive or dead in the next few minutes. It's horrific. And we all have to encounter death, but it's shocking. And you just can't. There's no platitudes to soften that. And certainly so freak accident as well. And certainly with our dogs, we put so much into dogs. So yeah, it was absolutely horrific. I was just all over the place. My brain just didn't function. I instantly canceled because of the winter. Obviously, with my venue, we slowed down classes anyway. So I just stopped all in person. I think I had a couple of one-to-one clients. I just said, look, do you mind if I give you these videos that I had anyway? Just got from practice. We'll do a follow-up, but I can't tell you when it will be. I will let you know when I can do it. Yeah. And they were all really good and say, no, we understand. Thankfully, I had more separation stuff than in person, but I completely stopped all my classes, all the in-person work, apart from obviously my legacy clients that I committed to. The separation work, again, because it was online, I could do it, but it was hard.
Yeah, because it's involved essay, isn't it? It's full on.
But then when Reba came home, she needed my care 24/7. She really needed it. So again, the separation work really dropped down because I wasn't putting the effort into my business. I couldn't. And I was doing a little bit of maintenance with my existing clients, but I wasn't really able to look at promoting my business, get new clients in. And so my income just literally tailed off to almost nothing. And I had massive bills from the vet, overnight vet, the referral centre. They kept within their quote. I've got no clients because the expertise that I had to save my life was phenomenal. And what they did was phenomenal. I have no gripes with the vet cost, but I didn't have that money up front. I had insurance, but it only covered me up to the maximum, which was less than half of the costs at that point. My friend set up a GoFundMe page, and I'm really grateful for that because that brought in some extra And then the rest I just had to manage. But then ongoing from that, she was instantly, within a week or two, she was starting physio,
Yeah.
hydrotherapy, McTimony and massage. We did a course of acupuncture. We're
Mm.
now doing red laser therapy
Oh, yeah, yeah.
because red light therapy, because she's still doing, albeit not weekly anymore, but fortnightly, she has hydro. Fortnightly, she has McTimony because for some reason, her hips still rotate a bit and she's just not, her body is not keeping her supple and her spine aligned as it used to. Whether that's just the nerve damage that has happened, but for some reason that happens, so she still needs the therapy. So 18 months down the line, we're still doing therapies and I'm still limited on my business.
Right, okay.
Not as limited, but when you've stepped away from your business for 9
Yeah.
months, it's really hard to, it's almost trying to relaunch your business again. And that's where I'm at the moment, is just trying to relaunch things.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's why I obviously not, there's a business reason for the book, but that's not the reason why I wrote the book.
Okay.
But again, that is something extra for me while I'm trying to rejuvenate the business.
Definitely. Sorry, was it McTimothy? Is that what you've said? I've not heard of it. Yeah, what is that? I've never heard of that.
So it's a really like high level, it's like chiropractic treatment.
Yeah.
But it's not the way for humans where you get ahead and they cricket and it's not that. It's like little flicks, but it helps realign the spine and the joints, the spine. And they do a fascia deep tissue massage. And like I say, my practitioner's now got the laser, the red light, like the strong one, your home one, the strong one.
Yeah, yeah.
So again, we're just trying to see if we can get a little bit more down that left front leg. But yeah, so McTimon is more than just a canine massage therapist. There is that element, but they're able to do gentle manipulations to realign the spine.
Oh, okay. Brilliant. But how did you take care of you? Like, what did you do to take care of you? Or did you just run on empty or adrenaline?
I think I just add on there. When I find my way of coping is to get very practical.
Right.
So I tend to box off the emotional sides a bit because I think, what can I do? There's those things I can't change. So I'm very much of, I can influence that, I can't influence that. So let's focus on what I can do. So I think I just put my focus on, okay, I need to be strong. My girl is sensitive anyway. She doesn't like it if I get upset. Obviously, at the time, I was incredibly upset. So that's why I started writing everything down in a Word document. That's why I kept a diary. That helped me sort out my emotional side. But then with her, it was very much practical. I needed to get her to a point where, at least if she had 3 legs working, I can work with a tripod dog. I don't care if the dog's got a leg missing. It's a quality of life. I just needed 3 legs. She wasn't suitable for wheels because it wasn't just a pair of front legs or a pair of back legs. It was side to side. They don't do wheels on one side only. So I had to work really hard. And so it's just that focus of, I need to put all the efforts in.
Yeah.
And it's a massive effort. And I appreciate a lot of people, the dogs wouldn't have been a suitable candidate for survival. But financially, yeah, it's a massive barrier. I don't have the money, but I was prepared to just scrimp and say, I was prepared to go without. And I pretty much have gone without for the last 18 months because every penny's gone back into Reba and to her health. So that is where my mentality was. And that's how I healed myself, was on the very much the practical side. Yeah, there's always this financial worry and world events don't help.
No.
But I just thought, this is what I can do. And I appreciate not everyone can.
Yeah.
But I was determined. If I'd given her this chance, I owe it to her to now put the effort in, because the healing comes with the effort I put in, not the vets.
Yeah.
And that's where I think there's a lot of misconception, because if your dog's had a freak accident like mine or disc disease and things like that, It's what you put in yourself afterwards that really makes a difference, and that's what counts. And I know it's a tough journey. It's a really tough journey. And that's why I put it down on paper, because it helps me process things.
Yeah.
And basically, my virtually unedited, there was a few paragraphs taken out, so it was a little bit, I just say very raw,
Yeah.
unpublishable raw. Then, so I pretty much just kept, then that's what this book is, just literally my diary of from what happened, the night it happened, to the realities of rehab, because I think a lot of people, oh yeah, it's just a bit of rehab, bit of physio. And I just don't, I think it's all undomesticated. I had no idea that at 3 o'clock in the morning, in a massive thunderstorm, I'll be there with my raincoat on, leaning over my dog, who's dry as a bone because I'm having to lean over her to try and hold her. I'm trying to make a toilet.
Mm.
How about
God.
that? But then 4 o'clock doing the same thing in another store.
Yeah.
Who tells you
Blimey.
anything?
So the book then is basically, like you say, a diary and a very raw and real, like, wow, like a journal of what happened. So was your plan then to share your story so others could obviously learn from it and things like that?
Yeah, it was a few months in, like say, Julie, it's one of my brain ones. I'm just saying, actually, I think this would be really good for people to learn about. I hope that nobody ever ends in that situation, but dogs can get paralyzed or partially paralyzed, but of a variety of reasons, genetics, accidents, just health. And so it's just giving people an insight of what actually the reality is, because it all looks a bit rose tinted, looks a bit scary. Then you think, oh, I can manage that for a week or two, and then I'll go back to work, do this and that. And it's just not the case.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just give the realities, because it's not easy. And I know that not everybody would have made the decisions I made, anybody at all, because for various reasons. And also the dog may not have had the prognosis. My girl, till she could walk on virtually 3 legs, she was, to me, not off the euthanasia list. I was going, what you doing so well? You must be so happy. And I'm like, no, because if she can't walk, because she's only got 2 legs on the right side working, I can't keep her. So I wanted to work really hard to get that 3rd and a bit leg working again, because she was, to me, the quality of life was really important. If she had no quality of life, she couldn't be mobile. How can you stop a spaniel from just
Spanieling.
exactly?
Oh,
Go and over and said something, but where's the quality of life? And that was always in the back of my mind: is we're not afterwards. We're not afterwards. We've still got some way to go before I will confidently say, that's it. I'm happy. We'll keep
yeah.
working on it, but that's it. She's here.
Yeah. Oh, and like you say, it's just one paw at a time. That's what you've had to do.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, brilliant. You've got have you got a couple of books out,
Got
Joe?
2. I've got
Yeah.
2 books. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I've got them here. I'll show them up. So this is the One Paw at a time.
Oh, there she is as well. Yeah.
Impossible to be on the cover, so I made sure I was in the background blurred.
Ah, love it.
And then I wrote a dog. So I mentioned about teenage dogs that everyone just says, oh, then this puppy, then they immediately think they should be a perfect adult, and then call every dog stubborn, naughty. I'm like, no, they just misunderstood. So I thought I'd fill the gap. Adore your adolescent dog. So this is more a training. There's always photos in both my books. So that's more of a guide to a teenage dog, understanding why they're challenging,
Yeah.
why they're still developing, and then
Yeah.
obviously lots of welcome exercises. So that's more like your traditional dog book,
Yeah.
whereas the One Paw at a Time, again, there are some pictures in there.
Yeah.
It's very much just the realities of rehab,
Yeah. Yeah.
unfiltered.
Yeah. What's it like?
Of poo.
Lots of poo. What's it like, Joe, writing a book? You said obviously you had like a Word document or a diary, a journal, it was edited, but what is it like writing a book? Does it take a lot of time?
Yeah. So the training book, absolutely, because there's styles of nonfiction, there's styles of writing, there's things that need to be in the book. So you've got to think of the cover, the blurb, the intro, the structure. What is it you're trying to get across? I took down some pictures, I've got them all, and just put loads of all my ideas on individual post-it notes. And then I've put them all on the wall so I can move them around, then split into the chapters, the sections, what goes into which section. And even then it was changing, or some things didn't get in just because you've got a word count and a page limit. So again, that took a lot of time because there's a lot of structure. You've got to be careful of your wording, your messaging. So that, yes, then you've also got to get it published, you can design, publish, and everything else. There's a lot of work, like hybrid publishing. So I paid a package to get the technical help and some editing help, but I was pretty much in control of it and everything. The One Paw in time was a little bit different because it was rather than just a story diary where you're thinking about events and how you can lead. It's almost like little chapters. This is real life. So sometimes it doesn't flow because that was how it was. There wasn't this nice, not a continual little storyline going. Yes, there is a theme, but the realities of good days, bad days. And you can tell when I had a good day because I'm a bit more flowing and there's paragraphs and there's like this. And you can tell on a bad day because it's literally like 3 words per sentence. I hate this. This is awful. I'm really upset. And that's like day's entry.
Oh, okay.
But you can tell my mood on each day. But I
Yeah.
wanted it to stay real. If I wanted to, I sometimes think, oh, maybe I should have put it to, it's a bit more like I don't know, like a Bridget Jones' Diary kind of thing, where it's a bit more of a story, just interjected by dates. But I don't know, this is not fiction. This is
Yeah.
real life, and I'm bearing all on
Yeah.
there. I come through on that.
Bless you, Joe. As we start wrapping up, I'd love to finish with a final question. So, if there's one message that you hope pet professionals, dog guardians, or anyone going through a difficult chapter with their dog that they can take away from your story and your book, what would that message be?
You're not alone. I'm running up here.
Oh.
It can be so lonely and isolating. With separation dogs, you're very isolated and alone, but this was on a whole new level. And I was so sleep deprived. It was months of absolute backbreaking, literally hardcore work. It was worth it. But I didn't know anyone else whose dog had gone through something and survived. All I'd heard was, oh, that dog went into a tree, they died. Great. I don't want to hear those stories. Thank you very much.
No.
Because they are. And then I had people going, and even been close to me going, oh, I don't know why she bothered. She should have just put the dog down.
Oh
Why
my.
do that? Why is she wasting her money? Why is she putting her business down the pan? Why is
Oh
she?
my God.
And there was
Really?
a lot of judgments saying that I should have done it.
Oh,
And that really upset me.
not surprised.
Then you can, even like some of everyone's situation is different, to even your closest support can be questioning you and judging you. And so you can be very isolated. If you've got people who are really supportive, that's fantastic because you need that. So this is another reason I want a book, because not only is it the realities of rehab, open your eyes, read it. I hope you never, ever need it. But should your dog ever deteriorate for whatever reason, you know what's involved. You've got an insight. Every dog's different and every dog's journey is different, but you've got an insight. But primarily is, do you know what? This can happen to anyone. You can be the best owner in the world, but you're not alone. And your decision is your decision. Don't regret your decision. Don't let anyone else change your decision. You do what's best for you. And that's really the point of the message then.
Yeah. Brilliant. I love that. Joe, if our listeners or viewers would like to find out more about you, how can they reach out to you?
I'll have a website. It's pippinpetsdogtraining.co.uk. So I'm on there. I would say socials. I'm not being very active on socials for various reasons.
Understandably. Yeah.
But yeah, mainly the website and my contact details are on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing some group training for separation anxiety. I'm just got to change my hosting platforms at the moment. It's all a bit effing horrible. So it shouldn't be really soon. But yeah, so back to building up the separation work, which I really enjoy. I love seeing the progress.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pippin Pets, that's me.
What I'll do is I'll put the link in the show notes, but I just wanted to also just touch on that you do have a SA awareness day. Did you just want to tell us about that?
Hold off. I'd always forgotten about that. So on the 30th of September each year, it's been approved officially, the Separation Anxiety Awareness. And separation anxiety can be such a hidden thing, because if you're at the house, you don't know what your dog's doing. And a lot of people just haven't had a barking complaint. So they can't be distressed. Not all dogs bark. They can be distressed but not bark. Or nobody knows. You're away. Nobody knows. So it's really about putting it out there. Check your dog. Zoom yourself. Zoom your dog. See how they are. Learn their body language. And if they're fine, fantastic. If they're just a bit bored, fantastic. You can sort that out really easily by giving them things to do rather than raiding the bins.
Yeah.
So it's all about just being aware that most dogs do not like being alone. Some dogs tolerate it more than others. It's a whole spectrum. It's not an A or B. It's a whole spectrum. Find out where your dog sits on that, and then get advice on health if you need it. So that's the point of the awareness day, is just to say, it's not necessarily about, oh, you've got to work with me. I don't want to work with people who I don't need to work with. But please just check your dog when you're alone. Don't just make these assumptions. Just because there's no disruption doesn't mean your dog isn't upset at being alone. And point of the day.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Jo Sellers, thank you so much for joining me on the Pet Business Wellbeing Podcast with me, Nathan Dunleavy. I've absolutely loved chatting with you today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Pet Business Wellbeing Podcast. If you enjoyed today's chat, I'd love it if you could share this with a friend. Subscribe so you don't miss future episodes, and please consider leaving me a review. It really helps me reach more pet professionals who need this kind of support. Until next time, take care of yourself, look after your well-being, and remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about building a business you actually enjoy being in. Before I close off for today's episode, I just wanted to tell you about some really exciting news. I'm really excited to announce that my Pet Pro membership is going to be launching soon. The Pet Business Wellbeing Circle Plus is a group mentoring membership for pet professionals who just need that little bit of extra support with running their business. We're going to be talking about overwhelm, boundaries, imposter syndrome, compassion fatigue, as well as getting 2 monthly group mentoring sessions. We're going to be having guest speakers, theme of the months, lots of support, and a great community option as well. And I'm really excited to share that the membership is going to be launching soon. I'm beavering away behind the scenes, getting everything ready. There's going to be a soft initial launch and then a full live launch. Both launches will come with a live experience, so 5 days where you can learn what it's like to be inside the membership. And there's going to be some founding member rates available as well, which will be a very low cost option. And there's only going to be a certain number of founder member rates available on the soft launch and the live full launch. So that's the Pet Business Wellbeing Circle Plus with me, Nathan Dunleavy, my new group mentoring membership that's coming soon. Bye for now.